So southwest. That would be this house, then? Or not? Wait a minute. How did I miss this one before? Well, we're seeing the inside of it now, I guess. Russell Home and Factory. This is my house. Wow, nice place. Professor Russell is here? No, I think he's in the workshop. Atelier Russell, the alchemist of Liberal. Through this door. We should go and say hi then. Well, what's upstairs though? Okay. Nothing of import. I'm home, Grandpa. Grr. Okay, maybe this way. Grr. Arg! So this is the professor? Nice to meet you. My name is Estelle Bright of the Bracer Guild. We actually came to get your expert opinion on... Got it! Eek! Ahaha, I did it! It's finally complete! That's right, who's the man? I'm the man! Yes, I should start testing it at once! Whoa! Oh, what? What the heck? I'm sorry, Estelle. Grandpa kinda goes into a trance when he's working, and he doesn't really notice what's going on around him. I think he just finished up the device he's been working on for the past few days. Ah, I see. He really is something. Oh, he's something, alright. I'm so embarrassed. So what's this way? Ah, just another balcony. Grandpa! There are some people here who need to talk to you. Hmm? Oh, Tita, you've come at just the right time. I need your help with compiling the data from these tests. But, Grandpa, this new invention will actually block a biosensor orbit's detection faculties. It emits a unique orbital force field that deflects the energy that a biosensor sends out when it scans. Oh, really? Yes, really. Since when do I overstate my own accomplishments? Now come on, we've got testing to do. Right. Somebody said that Professor Russell is basically Dr. Wily if he were a good guy and more of an engineer type. He doesn't work on robots, but I can see the resemblance just in looks. Hey now. Never mind, Estelle. I think we should just let them be for a little while. Hey, you with the black hair. Who, me? Who else? On the upstairs bookcase is a notebook titled Orbital Energy is Applied to Force Fields. Go get it. Go on, be quick about it. Alright. Wait, Joshua? Hey, young lady, you with the antenna hair. Antenna? Oh, no, you didn't. Quit farting around and make some coffee. Why should I have to make you coffee? I take it black, by the way. I want it clear as mud. You're not hearing a word I say. Fine, whatever. Yep, perfect. All set, Grandpa. Just as fast as ever. Oh. Where are Estelle and Joshua? Who? Come to think of it, I do vaguely recall a couple of young folks. Murdoch sent along some fresh faces, then, I presume? Grandpa. And so Estelle and Joshua inadvertently wound up as assistants in the experiment. After many small but relatively harmless explosions and some singeing of the eyebrows, the day gave way to evening. Sorry about all that. I just assumed you were both new employees at the central factory. So it's only natural that you wound up being drafted as assistants. This is no laughing matter. Especially since the only thing you had me helping with was making coffee. Girls can bang metal parts together too, old man. Relax, Estelle. We got some valuable experience out of the deal in the end. How often does one get to participate in startup tests on a brand new type of orbment, after all? I feel like with Tita as a granddaughter, he'd know that girls can bang metal together. Well now, you're a bright lad then, aren't you? Want to give up this bracer nonsense and start up in the field of orbital engineering? Grandpa! I'm really sorry, guys. I guess I got caught up in the moment, too. You don't need to apologize, sweetie. But I thought the father of the orbital revolution was going to be some really amazing man. Not some old fart with attention deficit issues. Please, you're too kind. Moving on, so I'm being paid a visit by the children of Cassius. That's quite the surprise. So you really do know our dad? Yes, from way back when. I've known him since his army days, some 20 years or so. I've met him too. He had the really nice mustache, right? Well, I don't know if I'd call it nice so much as suspicious looking. But if he's known Dad for that long, it looks like we'll be safe in trusting you-know-what with Professor Russell after all. Yes, I have to agree. What are you talking about? And what was it you wanted my help with? Well... I see. Wow, a pitch-black orbment. Yes, most intriguing. And with no inscribed caliber or seams. Look at that frame, too. Wait, what are you doing? It's a special alloy steel cutter. Just as I thought. Here, take a look. Okay. Huh? There's not even a scratch. The frame is made from some type of metal that I've never before encountered. Opening it up for a closer look is going to be quite the task, I think. That's just crazy. If we can't find some way to open it, we'll be right back to square one. Well, I can certainly spend some time on trying. But first I think that maybe we should put it under a measurement scan. What now? That huge piece of equipment you saw when we were working on the experiment. It can gauge orbital energy activity in real time. You're making my head hurt with your technobabble. Just tell me what using that thing will accomplish. To put it in layman's terms, it'll allow us to see just what this orbit does. We won't be able to draw any definitive conclusions just from measuring what kind of orbital activity is occurring, but it's a start. And that should give us a major clue. Indeed. So, without further ado... Grandpa, shouldn't we have lunch first? Sure. If it's already evening, you should have had lunch long ago. Estelle and Joshua, you're both welcome to join us. I can't promise it'll be anything special, but... sounds great to me. You'll even help with prep. Alright, come on then. I've got a bit to do while lunch is prepared. No, I want to see it too. No fair working when I'm not around. My house, my rules. What is up with these two? Now I see where she gets it. Now, if everyone is ready, let's get this started. Estelle, if you'll put the orbment on the stand. Okay. Like this? Yes, thank you. Are you ready, Tita? All set. Good, good. Now commencing orbital force measurement test on the Black Orbment. Black Orbment, so that's going to be the official name after all? But using it officially is so boring and simple. Why not something cool like Dark Thingy of Impending Doom? No, simple is best. Anything longer than Black Orbment would just be annoying to say. Fidget. Aw, look at her. She's all anxious to start. Alright, let's begin. Tita, if you'll activate the scanner, please. Okay. Output set at 45. Put all measuring equipment on standby. Roger. Done. All measuring equipment is calibrated. Okay, from here on out is the real deal. Since no direct input or output was detected, all we can do is measure how the central crystal circuit responds. Now let's see just how much this contraption is really worth. You're sure in a good mood. And click! Neat, it's all glowing and stuff. I get it, it's putting a major strain on the crystal circuit. There. Tita, any readings? Yes, but they're kind of weird. The tachometer needle's shaking like crazy. Now it's spinning around the dial. What? Eek! What's going on here? Joshua, it's that same black light from before. What? Oh no. Grandpa, it won't take much more of this. We have to shut it down. Don't you dare. Just a little longer and we'll have something. Wait a second, all the lights in town are going out. Huh? What in? We have no choice then. Terminating the experiment. Oh. They're back on. Whew. Let's see the readout. Nothing. It didn't record anything. And the only thing that kept working was the scanner on which the black orbment sat, but even that, well, as for everything else. Good, it looks like the experiment's finished. How's it outside? Fine, all the lights are back like nothing happened. There's still a lot of people panicking, though. Okay. But just what was all that? That was what I would dub the orbital shutdown phenomenon. Oh, what down? No, shutdown, not what down. You mean how everything inside all the orbments just stopped working at once? So the black orbment did this? Yes, I've no doubt. But I would never have dared to guess that its effect would be so extensive. There's definitely more to this than I expected. Interesting. Most interesting indeed. Only you would think that causing a blackout over an entire city is interesting. Professor! Ah, Murdoch, just the man I wanted to see. The feeling is not mutual. Every single time you invent something, it means trouble for me. What were you up to that would cause all of the power downtown to go out? How rude, it's not even my fault this time. See that there? That's the black orbment, and it caused this. Is that the... Okay, I get it. If that's the root of this, then it's genuine extenuating circumstances. It still means that this was your fault. Ah, nuts. You got me. That's it? They're just okay again? Aren't they always like this? This is so embarrassing. So the first day in Zeiss kept everyone busy. Wouldn't do for us just to have another boring day. Let's tell Joshua to stay at the lab for the night. Man, yesterday was such a crazy day. I was surprised enough at the town, but I really wasn't expecting to deal with anything like that. No kidding. But back on the subject of the black orbment, it's much more powerful than I'd ever imagined possible. Yeah. What's the prof gonna do now that his equipment's gone all kerflooey? Good morning, guys. Morning, Tita. Good morning. Quite a big day yesterday. No kidding. Did you guys sleep okay? Yep, like babies. Since when do babies sleep okay? They wake up in the middle of the night and cry. Is the professor already up? Oh, he left for the central factory early this morning. He said something about how he is going to expose all the Black Orbment secrets. Wow, looks like getting roared at over and over by the factory chief yesterday didn't even put a dent in him. We really appreciate both of you taking the time just to look over something a couple of relative strangers brought you. No, it's fine, really. Grandpa's investigating it out of pure curiosity more than anything. I should go to the factory myself, once I'm done with breakfast. What do you plan to do? Naturally, we'll be coming with you. I want to know what's really going on with that orbment, too. Maybe there's something we can do to help. Yay, then you can come with me. Uh-oh, I almost forgot about the soup. Just a second, you two. I'll bring you breakfast as soon as I make sure it's edible and not on fire. I guess that's what that smell is, but man, what a cutie. I wish we could take her back with us to Roland. She could be like a pet, cheering us up whenever we're feeling down. That's kind of creepy, Estelle. And now that we've had a good breakfast, off to the central factory. Before we do that, I'd like to check in at the guild. I think it might be best to report on what happened yesterday, just to be on the safe side. Well, okay. Hey Tita, would you mind if we stopped by there on our way? Sure, go ahead. Hey Kalika, got some news. But we just want to talk, not report. Good morning, that was some day yesterday, wasn't it? When you were ready, we'd like your full report on it. Business as usual, Kalika? I've heard the basics from the factory chief already, but I'd like to expand that account with some first-hand details. Well... I see. So the orbment that was sent to Cassius in secret was in fact something dangerous. The guild is very interested in these developments. We need to continue working with Professor Russell for the present. We thought you'd say that. When we have more information, we'll contact you immediately. To the central factory with us. Okay. So, let's see. Actually, what does our guide say? I haven't looked at the Zeiss section yet. Not a lot of side quests at this point. And here we are. Ah, another failure. Grandpa, we came to see if we could help. Ah, hello, Tita. And you two are here as well, I see. What can I say? We were worried. So, what are you working on? Well, as you can see, I'm trying to cut into the Black Orbment, but it hasn't been going very well. What seems to be the problem? Perhaps a demonstration is in order. And click! Oh, what's that thing? It's a circular saw. It's made of a special alloy that can cut through basically anything. That ought to do it, then. That ought to do it. Oops. It stopped. I thought that might happen. It's on a smaller scale, but it's the same phenomenon as yesterday. It seems like the Black Orbment is blocking the functionality of the other orbments, interfering with them in some way. And I doubt it was solely made for the purpose of killing the lights. Yeah. But, Grandpa, doesn't the effect spread like it did last night? Yes, good thinking. This interference with nearby orbments seems to spread out, moving from orbment to orbment like chain lightning. I'd put the range at about 5 Arg. But if there are no orbments powered on within that range, well then that's where the effect stops. I I see, that makes sense. However, even with that knowledge, there's no way to know why it causes machines to simply stop without getting a look inside it. It's very troubling. Is there any way to destroy the thing? Maybe with a good scream and a really hard whack? Don't be ridiculous. Didn't you see that big saw do exactly nothing to it just a moment ago? Well, yeah. Anyone thought of trying fire? Maybe it'd melt down in a blast furnace or something. If we did that, the insides of it would melt too. Oh yeah, well, it was worth a shot. Maybe controlled demolition? Actually, it might work. Really? You know of a way to burn it open? No, that's not what I meant. Orbital power, that which drives orbits to work, can't be used for this problem. We'll have to find a way that doesn't rely on any orbital energy. Is there even such a thing? A combustion engine. It's a device that burns fuel to generate energy. The idea has been around for a long time, but it's very inefficient when compared to an orbital engine. However, all you need to work on them are standard tools. Huh, neat. I get it. Fire is the key. Of course you should fight fire with fire. You should fight everything with fire. But, Grandpa, I've never even seen one of them. I'm pretty certain that there's one under study in the central factory workshop. Oh, you'll need to get fuel as well. Like oil or something? No, it's called gasoline. It's extremely flammable. There's likely a tank or canister of it stored in reserve. Yes, it should do the job. I'll start getting the tools ready. I'll help. Is there anything we can do? I mean, I can't do anything super technical like Tita can. Well, you could go and get the engine and gasoline. It's going to be heavy, but you bracers should be strong enough to move it. Okay, leave it to us. So, where would we find these? Let's see. Don't tell me that you've forgotten. I've forgotten. What did he just say? He just said not to say that. I guess a game that had the same thought in mind. Estelle? If you look in the operations room, you could probably find them. What the heck is an operations room? It's a room with a bunch of orbital computers. It's on the 5th floor. We store all kinds of information there for safekeeping. Wow, I didn't even know there was such a place. Then I leave it in your capable hands. Making coffee, fetching stuff. Well played, old man. Well played. Oh well, let's go find this operations room thingy. To the 5th floor, then. So the only one we haven't been to yet is the 4th floor, and I guess the roof in the basement. Well, no, the basement had the tunnel, didn't it? There we go. Wow, check out this place. I feel like that's not the right facial expression for that portrait. This has to be the operations room. Hey, you two. I haven't seen you before, so do you mind telling me what business you have in here? My name's Travis, Senior Engineer and Supervisor. Nice to meet you. We're with the Bracer Guild. We're here at the request of Professor Russell, so if... Professor Russell? He's not in trouble again, is he? Again? You really don't have much faith in him, do you? No, I mean, I realize that he's a genius. He is the one who developed the Capel unit, after all. But even being acquainted with him results in no end of trouble. Tita, on the other hand, is an incredibly sweet girl, just an all-around good kid. Yeah, I get what you mean. But I don't think we have time to stand around talking in this case. We need to find where the central factory stores its equipment. Oh, is that what this is all about? In that case, go right ahead. I'll show you how it works. This cylindrical device is a type of computer. It's called the Capel. These days, they mostly get used to assist in airship navigation. But this one is equipped for the fastest general-purpose data processing in the world. can be used for anything from calculating material density to information retrieval. To bad Twilight fanfiction. Now, for information retrieval, you have to use this front panel to select that mode. That will send the signal through the wiring and allow you to access the memory orbment. There's a quartz inside that trains a rapid light pulse on it, you see. Then it simply extracts the data you want. So I trust you know how it works now. I trust Estelle doesn't. Yep, no sweat. I'm impressed, Estelle. You're way better with modern technology than I am. Okay, so I lied. All that stuff went completely over my head. Well, here's the setup. You change the mode with this panel. I'm sure you'll figure it out in no time. Emphasis on wrong syllables. Orbital Calculator, Capel System version 7.0. Copyright ZCF 1197-1202. Mode information retrieval. Memory check. Okay, database access. Please input search term. Central factory. So we can look up a bunch of other stuff too. Showing that you can let the text advance automatically, or you can make it all display by pressing the... Actually, what would you call that button? I guess it would be the camp menu. The equivalent of Y. At least with my setup. So let's see. Wait, is that everything? Guess so. See, with that arrow on the bottom, it seems like there should be another page. But I guess there isn't. Oh no, larger than a pocket watch, huh? Yeah, I guess it never really says, or said before this, how big they were. Now, one thing they never explain in-game is why the orbital circuits are set up differently for different people. So now we have to look up combustion engines and gasoline just to proceed. And we'll look up information about haulage vehicles, too. Number 1, Maintenance Chief Gustav. Okay. Urban Manufacturing Factory? And an industrial solvent? Looks like you found what you were looking for. Wow, it's like a magic box or something. Just like a real computer. Orbital computers are really something. As I understand it, Professor Russell's teacher, Professor Epstein, was responsible for the original concept. But it was Professor Russell's talent that made an idea into reality. If only his presence of mind were on par with his intelligence. Well, ADS isn't one to bestow 2 blessings on one person. By the way, where can we find the guy who has one of those combustion engine thingies? The maintenance chief, right? Where is he? He's currently overseeing the airfield, so you'd have to go there to speak to him. Also, the gasoline is likely in orbit manufacturing in the basement. Talk to the staff there. I'm sure they'll be happy to get it for you. Maintenance Chief Gustav is down at the airfield working on a combustion engine. And the gasoline is in the basement orbit manufacturing facility. Thanks, you've been a big help. Think nothing of it. Let me know if you need anything else. Might as well talk to this guy while we're here. Okay, so let's take a quick pause here.